Hello everyone, welcome to Facebook Live. I'm here with Paddy Davitt following Norwich City's 1-0 win over Birmingham, which is of course happy days given what happened 2 weeks ago. Pad, that was the key thing, wasn't it?
Forgotten all about that. Been on holiday for a week.
Yeah.
Been on holiday for a week, so completely erased it from my memory. Using a lot of vodka. That was good. Not sure how good Birmingham are. I think they're very much as Norwich are, work in progress, but I think they had 6 debutants today. And you could see it, they're not quite ready, but they certainly had a lot of possession, and as I say, filtered through what we experienced at Millwall. We'll take that all day long. Clean sheet. Angus Gunn, I don't recall him having a save to make, so in that sense they had a lot of possession, but it was a little bit like the worst excesses of the Farker era so far at Norwich in terms of plenty of possession, not enough end product, and then too light weight at the back. So all the negatives that we've said up to today, turn them round, they're all positives today for Norwich, so that's something to build on, hopefully, for Tuesday night.
Absolutely. The shape and those sort of things will get talked about, the use of 2 holding midfielders and things like that. Is it as straightforward as that, having a key influence in how much more solid Norwich generally look today? Yeah,
I mean, as I say, setting aside Birmingham were a bit toothless at the top end of the pitch, but they did look a lot more composed, I thought, out of possession. Again, a facet we haven't seen from this group of players and this head coach, so it's really pleasing. It feels like there's a bit of a leap forward today, I feel, on many levels, and you touched on a few there. Just the shape looked better. I thought Tribal did quite well, given it's his league debut, so there's something to build on there. I thought Closer looked very good alongside Zimmerman. You can see what he's all about. I think you've spoken to him after the game, and he's spoken about taking a leadership role, and you could see that on the pitch with Zimmerman. And then you bring Hanley on at the end, so everywhere you look, there's a lot more positives than there were after Millwall, that's for sure. So yeah, I think, but it needs to be the start of something rather than some respite, doesn't it? Ultimately.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it, and they get a quick go at it, of course. You were in with Daniel after the game. I mean, he made some big calls today, didn't he? And I guess it does him a big shot in the arm that they kind of came off.
They did, yeah. More power to him. And not only in terms of the shape and the personnel on the pitch, there was some big characters in that dressing room who were nowhere near it today. Thinking of Martin, thinking of Naismith, one or two others, Marley Watkins, Franca, the guy had been ever present. And I put it to him directly, was there anything injury-wise regarding any of those omissions? And he was very open. No, as he himself quoted the stat, 12 goals leaked in. Well, it is 5 games, but as he rightly pointed out, QPR was the other clean sheet, so it was effectively 12 in 4 league games. Something had to change, and part of that was personnel, and part of that, unfortunately, for the captain was his omission. But apparently he sat him down 2 days ago, said how he was thinking and the way he wanted to go, and as you would expect from Martin, okay, he's got his detractors on the pitch, but in terms of a character, and realising that it's about the bigger picture, he's took that on board, and unfortunately he's going to have to sit out for a little while. But it's good to see, as I also said to the head coach, he must feel that for the first time now he's actually got some cards to play, because it was literally like, how many fit players I've got available, that's who we've got to go with. And I think this for the first game probably since he took over, by the fact that there was no Martin, there was no Naismith, Marley Watkins, not even going into Alex Pritchard's of this world or Louis Thompson's, he still had plenty of options to put out a very decent 11 and was able to affect it from the bench. Wiltshire came on, I thought, and give him a little bit more injection and drive, and as I say, then Hanley got a little taste of it at the end. So he must feel, as an individual, that he's just come through a very stormy period, and hopefully, as I say, it feels like maybe that could be a corner turn, but we'll only know that maybe down the line. Maybe Sheffield United Saturday, Burton midweek, and then moving forward. But it certainly feels a bit more positive than recent games.
It's remarkable how it goes from one extreme to the other, really, isn't it? Because this is probably two classic examples of that. Burton, as mentioned, 5-0 loss at Leeds. Today they lost 5-0. Yeah, so I mean, you get 2 wins under your belt, and everything looks a lot rosier, doesn't it? And the expectations probably going to be ramped up a little, given that again.
Well, yeah, hopefully not. I mean, this sort of lurching of expectation, I don't think it does Barker, does his players any good. I think they've been quite open from day one, really, even before the ball was kicked at Fulham, that it's going to take a while this to gel. And maybe expectations have to be lowered, but I don't get any unrealistic expectations among the fan base. I don't think that's the case. I just think I've said it myself, after Millwall there was precious few signs of any progress, and that's all I'm sure they want. That's all you're looking for in terms of what we do for a living, is a few tangible signs of progress. There certainly wasn't any at Millwall. There was precious few in the previous games. Today I thought there was. So what are the expectations? The expectations are that Norwich shouldn't be where they are in the table at the minute, as early days as it is. Whether the expectations are that this group of players are good enough for a top 6 position, not sure. But as I say, ultimately by May we'll know exactly where this squad are, because the old cliche, the table will tell us.
Cheers, Pad. Thank you very much. We will get on. Don't forget PinkUn.com for all the analysis over the weekend, and we'll be back here on Tuesday night for Burton's visit. Cheers, Pad. Thanks all for watching.